All right, everybody. We had a little technical difficulties, but we got the champ with us, and we gonna just do it like this for y'all. So I know y'all can see champ. I move over a little bit, and so y'all can focus in, and we just start rolling. So give me 1 second, champ. Let me just pull something up, and we'll get right to it. But how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. I'm excited about tomorrow. Tim Tszyu
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
to get back in the winning bracket and the winning circle. So I'm excited to see what he's how he's been working and what he's going to put on display tomorrow.
For sure, for sure. So look, obviously for all y'all who are familiar, yeah, I don't need to introduce this man, but maybe some aren't, and regardless, he deserves them. So we're gonna go ahead and roll that out. Look, we got a living legend with us, a Florida legend, a boxing legend, amateur and professional, two-division champ. Held titles WBC, WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine, lineal champ, IBO champ at the cruiserweight level. If y'all not aware, this is the only man in boxing history to have won gold at both or at the Pan Am Games, the Worlds, and the U.S. Nationals in 1 year. Nobody's ever done that. Not one other boxer. I just want to thank you, champ.
Thank you, my man. The kid.
Yeah, you already know. You already know. Appreciate your time. So, champ, look, here on No Holds Bar, what we like to do is obviously catch the fans up with yourself and then get your take, or should I say Tarver's take.
Tarver's take, baby.
Tarver's take on all the hot topics in boxing. So, Tarver's take, by the way, if y'all unaware, is definitely something that y'all should be checking out. Antonio has some of the best breakdowns in boxing, and we're honored because he doesn't do this often. This is not something that you'll catch Antonio doing with many people. So we appreciate the opportunity, and we look forward to delivering you guys some great content today. I see y'all in the chat. I'm watching the chat. Y'all got questions, deliver them. Some people hit me on Instagram with some great questions for Champ. We're going to ask him. But if y'all want to know anything, this is y'all opportunity. I bring him to you live and direct. Make the most of it for sure. So look, let's get right into it, champ. With all the accolades I just listed, two-division champ, you held all the straps, the only man in boxing history to win gold at all those competitions, World, Pan Am Games, U.S. Nationals in the same year. I want to start by asking you something. Are you ever shocked or bothered that you're not in the Hall of Fame?
No, because I'm a realist. I understand, that my road and my journey was a little bit different and unique. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna, I had to work extremely hard, man, for everything I got. Nothing was ever given to me. In fact, I felt that my road was harder than most. You feel me? And to be able to still stand on that mountaintop when it was all said and done and prove that at my day I was the best in the game. I mean, that's enough for me. You feel me? Like, I know who I am. I don't need, it would be nice, but it's not necessary for me to know who I am and what I've done and my place in history when it comes to the boxing game. The whole game has been in denial for a long time, bro. We know that. And I ain't trying to, I'm just trying to be me and show the world a difference. You feel me?
Yeah, I do.
Let my actions and what I stand on be the difference. You feel me? And at the end of the day, my work that I put in gonna speak for me.
Absolutely. Look, your record, right? Your 31 victories, 6 losses. 3 of those losses, for y'all who are unfamiliar, this man avenged. 2 of those 3 losses he avenged by knockout. The other 3 could have gone either way. And obviously, Antonio feels he won all those fights. So when we're talking about it, you very well could be, you got 3 back, so we take those off. That's 34, 37, and 0, just like that, right? And I definitely wanted to ask you, because you have all the accolades, you've made history in so many ways, and we see guys in there with a lot less, So I appreciate your insight and feedback on there. And that's great. Sometimes in life, things might not go your way either way, but it's important that, you feel a sense of success, and it seems like you do. And I'm happy that you feel you don't need that, but I love to see you in there because I think you deserve that, champ, for sure.
Yeah, it's like with me, man, it's like I just feel that it's a great thing to have on your resume, but I think when the people see me everywhere I go, that just, it speaks. You know what I mean? So whether if I'm ever acknowledged, because a lot of times in order to acknowledge me, they're gonna have to, you feel me, admit some things. You feel me? So the truth gonna always stand. And I just believe, man, in my time, I approached it the right way. I went about it the right way. And I felt like I was a great representative for the game. And I think that when you're looking at young fighters and how you would want them to approach the game, You know, I would like to see or have my hand in, you know, creating a lot of fighters in my image with my mental approach, with my insight. You feel me? And so when you put that on the table, bro, you know, 23 years of activity. The game never retired me. You ain't never see no referee standing over me counting. That's how it ends for 99% of them, bro.
You've been knocked out.
The game didn't retire me, so I walked away, and I'm here today. I'm able to speak, express myself, communicate in ways that, you feel me, some people may find surprising, but that's my gift, and I'm trying to get that gift back to the game. I did it the right way. I had some of the great trainers, bro, and it just kills me that I got so much information, critical experience and knowledge about the game. And I'm looking at these fighters that I know I can personally help and change their careers, bro. You feel me? I'm the magic man, and people need to understand what that means, bro.
Look, absolutely.
People need to understand what that means. They thought it was a fluke. It's not. It's real, bro. And energy can't be contained, bro.
Yeah. No, look.
Energy can't be contained. You know, and this energy need to be running through the boxing business, truly, bro. And that's just how I feel.
No, look, again, really great insight, which takes me to my next question, right? Which is exactly that. Look, catch the people up on because obviously we know you got Tarver's take, but you know, Tarver's take is dope, and that's online. They can get your breakdown. But like you just said, there's so many fighters out there that can benefit from what you know. I mean, all the success you've had. Catch us up on who you're working with. Who would you like to work with? Who do you think could benefit exactly from what it is that you know? Like if you had to pick a fighter, what somebody you see out there that you go, you know what? I know I could fix this with that fighter. Who would it be?
It's, man, from top to bottom, bro. I'm looking at it, and I mean, I'm a harsh critic because you got to understand my optics are a little bit different. I mean, I'm looking at it through my experience. You understand? And I see a lot of these fighters, and I'm putting nobody down. It's just a lot of the lessons, and I've been saying this for a long time. You've heard me say there's not a lot of teachers in the game. Now you hear that word a lot in the game. It's not a lot of master teachers, master trainers. Everybody say there's levels, but they denying it. They in denial when they think they're on that level. You feel me? Because you know, I'm just saying it's a critical information. I have the experience and I have the knowledge, and I still have that fire, bro. You feel me? I still have that fire as if I had it before I retired. You feel me? I can see a lot of things that's going on from a training standpoint, but I can't speak on everything. There's only a few chosen ones, bro. You feel me? Everybody ain't gonna get it, but the few that does, the few that can rationalize and understand what I'm talking about, and if it hit you, then it might be you. That might be the guy I'm talking to. It ain't for everybody, because most of the shit gonna go over their head. And you know what I mean? Because a lot of time it has to be organic if it's going to be for real. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's how I always move, bro. Spiritually, bro. You feel me? I'm on a different level when it comes down to this shit. And I just want to, you feel me, make a difference, because I know I can.
There you go.
know I can help some of these guys. And these guys,
I think you can too.
These guys carry world titles. These guys are the best in the game, but there are very few complete fighters. Complete fighters. And you see them.
Who would you consider complete fighter?
It's very few, if not none.
Is there one name you give me that you think is complete today?
Complete?
Yeah.
You gotta think, because you know that's a
Can I shoot a name?
That's a big question. And complete right now, with what he's doing at the level that he's doing at, Inoue looks like he could be that type of fighter. But again, it's about level of competition. You gotta be tried and tested at the very level, at the highest of heights. That's when all of the stuff come out. That's when you see at your best. You feel me? and we just enjoyed a pound for pound, undisputed type of fight.
Ah.
Just recently.
We're gonna talk about it.
Just recently.
Save it, champ. Save it. We're gonna talk about it real quick though, because we like addressing the chat while we're doing this. And there's some questions in here. We're gonna get to those questions in a second because we want to make sure we make the most of champ's time. But I love me a hater. So no name. I just want to let you know something if you're unaware, right? And don't get me wrong. Well, I don't call you a hater on me, but I understand you're not showing champ the most love right now on his accolades. So be aware. The person you named is not the only person he's beat. Champ has beat a lot of people. You know, go look you up Reggie Johnson. Go look you up Eric Harden, Montel Griffin, Glenn Johnson, Clinton Woods. Go look up those fights and then tell me that that person you just named is the only person he beat. And come back to the chat. We got time. We'll be here for a little bit, all right? Once you watch that, holler back at us, okay? But let's switch gears, champ. Let's talk about it. So we're here in Orlando. And the fight that's popping, let's show us some respect and get your take on it. Tim Tszyu, Murtazaliev. This is his first fight back since that tough loss against Fundora. What kind of Tim Tszyu do you expect? And you know, a short one, because we want to make sure we get through it. Just your breakdown. How do you see this fight going?
Well, obviously, it's a comeback fight for Tim Tszyu. I mean, everyone's expecting him to look like the Tim Tszyu of old. You know what I'm saying? And I think we'll be able to see that. I don't know what they've been working on. I haven't had a chance to really put his training camp under the microscope, but I think he's in there with a guy that's beatable. You know what I mean? A guy that have a loss on his record, I believe, I'm not mistaken. So you know, here's an opportunity to show the world that Tim Tszyu is still one of the biggest names and one of the best talents in the 154-pound division. Now, after this fight, then we can get excited about who's next. But Tim has to perform like the ex-champion that he is. You feel me? And as if he's desperately trying to get back on top of the division.
How do you see the fight playing out in terms of like who wins and how?
Well, his opponent,
he's unbeaten though, just so you know.
He's unbeaten. See, I don't know a lot about him. And I wasn't gonna put this fight on Tarver's take because I try to leave Tarver's take for the top echelon.
Ooh, we don't talk about him.
No, the big fights.
Yeah.
So every fight is not Tarver
fair enough
worthy. You feel me? Because I want to be able to show these guys the breakdown and the recap of the most important fights in the game that's taking place. You understand me? But Tim Tszyu has a lot of everything. Like I said, this guy, I don't know if he's a puncher. I don't know how many knockouts he have. I'm not truly familiar with his opponent. But this is all about Tim Tszyu. This whole setup, this whole stage is about him getting in here and showing that he's back. You feel me? Now, with Fundora, the man had a mountain to climb with that cut being within the first 4 rounds.
Yep.
Which, you know, technically, they should have never let that fight continue. Technically, by the rules. So they did what they did. Here we are now. Tim Tszyu had to sit back and wait. You know, Fundora, I don't believe has even fought since then, has he?
No.
Fundora been on a long, and this is what, as a professional fighter, ex-champion, these long layoffs, bro, is killing these champions, killing these fighters. The fighters aren't active enough. They're not active. You're going to lose what you don't use. We got to get these fighters fighting more. And that's for all the promoters and managers out there. You can't expect a fighter to come from a year or 2 layoff and perform. You're just putting your fighter behind the 8 ball. Give your man a chance to win if you really want to see him succeed. Can't have these fighters taking a year and a half, 2 years off, putting them back in a top fight and thinking that we're going to see the best fight. You feel me? Better BF had took some time off. I was thinking that it was just an off night, but it could have been Father Time knocking at the door. So, you know, I never did really close that up, and we'll wait till you answer that question. But I really want to talk on that too, because that was for undisputed.
Yeah, no, we take it there right now. We take it there right now. And I appreciate the Tim Tszyu insight. And I definitely wanted to give Tim that look because he's fighting this weekend and we wish Tim the best of luck. And you're right, this is set up for him to win and move forward. We'll see what happens. Okay, so should Canelo be focused on trying to get that 175 fight against Better BF? Or should he take the fight that bona fide, undisputed champion and Bud Crawford has been calling for the last year almost? The smaller man, maybe a bigger fight in terms of 2 names, or the bigger guy and the glory?
I like that. I like it because I really love Crawford. I want to see him get an opportunity to fight Canelo just to prove
greatness,
just to prove it. You feel me? I think that fight happens if the Beterbiev and Bivol rematch goes forward, the rematch for Undisputed goes forward, I think that'll leave Canelo out there on that island. He'll probably want to have a big fight that can compete and draw like the other fights. So if he don't fight Beterbiev and Beterbiev give Bivol the rematch, I think that'd be a perfect time to bring a Crawford Canelo to the surface. You feel me? And see how that play out. Just for both legends to get what they want to get off. You know what I mean? You know, I would have to say, because of the size and power and Bud moving up, you would have to favor Canelo because of that. But I'm still gonna be looking for a guy like Crawford. If anybody can upset Canelo at that level, at that moving up, it'll be a guy with the skill set of a Crawford and the toughness of Crawford. Now, that last fight, Madrimov showed us a lot. Now,
do you think Bud is not getting enough credit for how much he showed though?
He did show a lot, man.
Didn't he?
He did show a lot because he controlled him with his boxing. A lot of times you ain't got to be punching to control somebody in the ring. So Bud was able to control him. He knew he couldn't stand in there and exchange, so he boxed him, countered him, in and out, in and out. He boxed him all night, made Madrimov kind of get desperate down the end, even though Madrimov stayed in there, and I knew it would be a tough fight, but Bud passed all the tests. We know he got a chin. He got cracked a couple times.
He did.
You feel me? With
Flush.
a couple right hands.
Flush.
And, you know, that's what I was looking to see. Could he take a punch from a 54-pounder? And we know Madrimov is not Canelo and not none of them other boys.
Nah, he's strong though.
He's strong as the ox. You feel me? So Crawford proved he had a chin, but I don't think he liked getting touched by them 54 pounds. I don't think he liked getting touched by them 54 pounds. It ain't nothing nice. It's different.
Yeah.
That weight with that punch is a little bit different. You know what I mean?
So I know your time is limited. I want to make sure I get your insight on a couple of things. So let me just ask you one question really quick before we move on to Tank Roach, which I'm sure the fans would love to get your take on. You mentioned anyway before when you said complete fighter. Do you think Bud's a complete fighter?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, you put him on Tarver's list of complete fighters today?
Complete fighters. Bud proved that. Boxer, puncher, counter puncher. Boxer, puncher, counter puncher, can do it all. Inoue is one of those guys. Canelo is one of those guys. You know, it takes a lot of experience to become a complete fighter. And this is where the gap is. You know, they want to get up there without the experience factor. And if you're not getting the experience, you got to get the experience from somewhere, from somebody that got it. You feel me? 23 years of it. Ain't nothing I haven't seen in the ring.
Why aren't you training somebody notable today?
I mean, it just hasn't, it ain't God's,
that was a fan question.
It ain't God's time yet. It ain't God's time yet, but I know it's coming because I've always been able to see my future clearly.
Gotcha.
That's called foresight.
Yep, absolutely.
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
And manifesting too.
Yeah, and manifestation. That's been always my thing spiritually. You feel me?
Facts.